Hi guys, welcome. So today I've received some packages in the mail while I was in work. So first one's this. Let's get this open. It's a bonsai scoop. Right, so I've got a bonsai scoop so I can get my soil in me, pots. I've got some pots sorted, and then I've got this big box. What could it be? So I've got this big box. Let's have a look. Nice unboxing. I've ordered quite a few trees. I've got my big trees. I showed in the last video. If you haven't seen that, go and check that out. So my goal for the channel is it's 5 or 6 shohin, like 30 centimetre trees. I think they're called shohin at that size. And then I want the 2-foot trees I've got now. So I'm going to prune a load of 2-foot trees. You've already seen the ones I'm going to do. I might do a ficus, 2-foot ficus to keep in the house. And then that'll be, I don't want to start collecting like 50 trees. I want to put all the effort into just a handful of trees, and that be my journey rather than growing cuttings and seedlings and all that messing about you see other people doing. I'd rather just have a few trees that I put all the effort into, and then that would be my journey, I think. This is a real effort to get into this box. I've got scissors and it's still an effort to get into, Jim. Kapow. You know what this is, don't you? It's a Ficus benjamina. Yeah. It's a fig tree, isn't it? It's got a weird sap on it. Oh, the leaves are wet. Strange.
Keep them outdoors, or?
It's a house plant, and they can't stand the cold.
It's very nice.
Yeah, well, I'm going to chop 3/4 of it off. So. But by the looks of it, there's.
Like loads of different trunks.
They're different trees. They've planted like quite a few together. What I've seen people do is they kind of keep them all together and let all the trunks fuse into one big. I'm not going to do that. I don't think. I was going to put it under my plant light in the bedroom, in the spare room, but it's too tall because I'd have to put it on the shelf because it's built into the shelf, the light, and the entire height of the shelf is about that high.
Maybe if you put loads of all the different ones in, so it's more stable, you know, as it grows rather than just put. Yeah,
there's a piece of wood in here, and then there's 1, 2, 3. Look at that. It's nice. You can hear it cracking. I'll have to be careful there.
I heard it.
Yeah, I'll have to be careful there. But that's 3 separate. I could.
Great, flowers as well.
There is, isn't it? Yeah. So my goal was, in my next video, I was gonna get in there, like I was gonna give it a week, water it, fertilizer, and then have a look at like potting it up in bonsai soil, something like that. But it just, I don't know, that pot looks far too small for that tree. Sorry, but it does. It'll be even nicer once I do it. Like,
yeah, the part is.
I could take that. I want that big one. I do a big tree with that.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's what I was trying to. That's what I was going to say. I could because I want a 30 centimetre tree out of it. I could do a 2-foot tree out of that, but that needs a lot of thickening before it goes to 2 feet. And then I've got another tree. There's 3 trees in that pot, so I can make 2 bonsais and keep one. There's some sap. It's what's it called? Rubber, is it? What's it called? The white stuff. I can't remember the name. I'm being shy on camera, aren't I? So yeah. So I've got my scoop. I was expecting this ficus to turn up in a few weeks, but the problem with Ficus benjamina is they don't like heavy chops.
No,
So
it won't react very well to it.
no, I don't think it will. So, but apparently they take really easy as cutting. So
How much are you going to take off one of them then?
well, I want one tree about that big, and then half it's going to be the trunk. So, and then this one's going to be. I want it to be like. The mad thing is, this isn't even on the biggest trunk. That's growing as like a secondary trunk, I think. And
Have you already got a pot in mind for
then, kind of, yeah. I've got a couple of pots there, training pots. So in the spare room now, I've just got this package off Royal Mail. Apparently this plastic packaging isn't part of the parcel. They put it on because the cardboard box was split open, and when I opened the door to the Royal Mail guy, he was kind of like, I'm sorry, you can reclaim. So don't really know what's going on with it, to be honest. Wait, well, there's 2 trees there anyway. So I've ordered 4 trees, so let's see how we get on anyway. There's an elastic band there. Do you know what? I'm not going to try and pull an elastic. I'm not going to try aquascaping scissors. I've got aquascaping scissors, so I'm not going to try and pull this over the whips of the box. It's been torrential rain for the last 2 days, so I'm assuming the box has got wet. I'm not going to try and upset anything. I'll try and just tease things out of the box. Yeah, this is a right mess, isn't it? I don't know how I'm supposed to open this without damaging anything. I'm going to cut. Oh, that's tape. And these scissors don't want to cut it. Oh, there we go. It's I don't know what it is, but I can't get it out. Like, it doesn't seem like sellotape, but it doesn't seem like paper tape, if that makes sense. Yeah, but there was torrential rain all day yesterday, so I'm assuming it's got wet in that. And the bottom is heavy, so I'm trying not to put any pressure on anything. Ooh. Well, there we go. There's not a problem with it anyway. I thought I was going to be all upset. So here we have they're just whips. I want to grow, like I said, I want 4 shoheen trees. There we go. There wasn't a problem after all. Just the postman being tad dramatic by the looks of it. I suppose the box has been dramatic. So Taxus baccata, Prunus spinosa, is it? Blackthorn. Prunus spinosa. Yeah. Absolutely love these. That's been absolutely nailed, hasn't it? Look at the poor branches on it. But anyway. Acer campestri. Or campesto, or whatever you want. I say campestri, and I always will. I don't know why, but it is. I think field maple, English field maple. That's my favourite maple. Like, I like these more than I like Japanese. I used to palmate them. Scots pine, Pinus sylvestre. Scotia as well. Scotia. It's got a different name. The poor pine needle. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I want to put these into training pots. Any root pruning, don't want do any messing about with the root ball. I keep going to say rhizome. Rhizosphere is probably the better way. I don't want to mess around with the root ball, so whatever's in here I don't want to mess around with. I just like plant it and let it. Oh, look at that, this really moist. So what I want to do is just get them in a training pot. I might tease the soil out a bit, but I just want to get them in a pot for a year with some bonsai soil around the outside. I'm not going to disturb any of the root ball, any of the rhizosphere, whatever you want to call it. Just kind of like a soft repotting to get out of this and into a bonsai pot. So there we go. Right, so I literally just finished recording or unboxing the trees, and I received another package. It's from K's and Bonsai. Have I cut the bag there? It's from K's and Bonsai, and it's the pre-mixed Shohin mix. I'm not too sure what's in it, to be honest, but I thought I was going to order from Harry Harrington, but he didn't seem to have any soils on his website, so I decided to go straight to K's and ordered this. I'm going to use this to plant the 4 trees up in, but as I say, what I'm going to do is put the root ball in the pot and then just fill in round it, tie the tree in the pot, and Bob's your uncle for 12 months. That's my plan. No messing around with root balls, just get the plant in the pot. If I can get any loose soil out the way without messing around with roots, I don't want to disturb the roots. I kept you can see at the top, I kept the package, the 4 came in, and then any eagle-eyed here. Any of you that are eagle-eyed will spot the bottom of the pot for the ficus. Right guys, here's me and Bob, the ficus, for our last little stint. So I've got 3 more packages to get done. So I've got some pouring feed. I know some people don't like pouring feed like Miracle Grow for bonsai, but the way I'm looking at it, my trees aren't bonsai yet, Harvey. My trees aren't bonsai yet, the pre-bonsai, so I want to get some explosive growth in them, and then through the spring, and then once we get into summer, then I'll chill them out into some mild stuff, and then in the winter I'll use something like Tamorite. While I'm developing them, once they're developed, then we can go to mild fertilizer. I like something to push them to get that growth. Kapow. I've got a light to light Bob up. Last but not least, I got myself a little watering can. Got to chop that way, bit strange. But yeah, water Bob with that and the rest of the small plants, small trees. So there we go, I'm ready to start potting up my new trees.